Today we're putting to the test another batch of viral kitchen hacks that you guys have sent us to try out. Right, Mrs. B?
We are. The first one is how to open a jar when you're struggling with just your hands.
But you open a jar with your hands anyway.
I know, but you know when you really can't open it?
Yeah.
It looks quite, I don't know. Is it one of these that they make it look easy and then when we try it, it's a complete fail?
So they're locking their hands together with a heel, right? And just pop in and then it should just open and you should hear it. That's actually worked for them, hasn't it?
It has.
Right.
I really want to try it.
What they did, they sort of got their hands like that, didn't they? And like really pushed it in. Oh!
You did it!
Oh my gosh! I was so worried that that was gonna like slide off and shatter jam everywhere. Shall I'll steady it? Because that was the fear. I thought it was gonna just go whoosh and shatter jam everywhere.
Ow!
Come on, mate.
Did it not hurt you?
Yeah, it did hurt, but no pain, no gain.
I can't. Oh no, that really, look, I got
Oh my
dents.
gosh. You were like shaking up as well then. I was like, wow.
You try.
Let's have a go, ready? Oh!
You did it.
Wow.
Did you get dents in your hands too?
A little bit, yeah. But I will say, that's a fun hack. It is not useful because all of the useful jar opener kitchen gadgets I've had have been for people with disadvantages in the kitchen. That, like, opening a jar is one of the most common things that I hear about.
If I'm struggling to twist it,
yeah,
and then I was struggling to do that, so that's not really helping.
But I would say the strength that you need for that versus that is even more. That's like...
Yeah. Can you do it again?
No, because it's been popped. We could rejar them.
It works though.
It does. I mean, another hack that we found before that I've used in some videos recently where you just like whack it with a wooden spoon. That works really well and it's probably not a lot less strength. There's some much better gadgets to help you with that. So if you're struggling with opening a jar and you want to impress your friends and you've got the strength to do it, do it. If not, there's some much better options. So second one, ever been in a situation where you want to pour a drink for 5 friends using the very bottle that said drink comes from? So you need a jug as well.
Okay.
How simple is that?
Yeah, but how is the drink not falling out of the bottle? Because you've cut the bottom off the bottle.
Yeah, you either need a second bottle or a jug.
That doesn't look like it's going to work.
I reckon it is. So we've got a standard like 2-litre bottle of drink. This is a cloudy lemonade, but it has got, and I actually got a bit sad in the supermarket. I looked and it does have the 5 grooves for pouring.
Okay.
So unfortunately, we've got to empty this. And you're right, like we need, like, have they cut that end off and been like this in the whole thing? I guess you could. Should we try that?
Right, so you want to put the lid back on.
Yeah.
It's not going to stay.
Okay, but that's not the hack, is it? So
No.
let's not worry about that. We'll keep topping this up. I've got another jug here, and then we'll pour it with the jug. Is that all right?
It's making me need the toilet.
It's not about this. I'm really sorry, Lemonade. I feel awful. It's not about you right now. All those grooves that you get on these things, that we're going to pour it in there. It's naturally... And there's a gadget like this as well for like shot glasses. We've not got shot glasses.
We've got pink paper cups.
We've got, of course.
Okay, so we need to make sure that this bit is over the cups.
Yes, the middle channel. And I think once you pour fluid on it, the weight of it might actually help it.
Do you think?
This is how it's looking, okay? So those grooves are right in the middle of all those cups.
Ready? It's working!
That is amazing! With like a full pour, it doesn't dribble so much. Like this one's just going in.
I'm going nice and slow.
Yeah, that's cool. Thought we'd try it with cola instead and like to see if they fill up evenly. So you can hopefully see that a bit better. It definitely hasn't. I have spilt a bit actually. Maybe I poured that a bit too fast, but it's more about like, look, maybe it was because of the angle, because we were like pouring it this way. That was the first bit for it to run off, so it was getting a lot of pressure there. But I actually thought that one was gonna fail. I genuinely did. I thought it was gonna slide off.
I did as well.
You can get gadgets that do that or a little bit more designed for it, but if you want to impress someone, like now we've done that, you could keep that for, I mean, you need 5 friends. A win? Yeah?
A win.
Have you ever been in a situation where you've got an avocado that isn't ripe yet, but you want to make it ripe pretty much immediately?
Yeah, that can happen.
Well, we've got, hopefully you can see the difference there. This is a unripened avocado. You ripen them at home or in the supermarket. They also sell ones that are ripe and ready to go. So a little bit firmer.
Oh yeah, that's really firm.
This one's softer. Sometimes you can tell by like the little stemmy bit. But also, I think the most obvious one is the colour. The unripened one is like way brighter and green. So apparently, check this out. Put it in a bowl with boiling water, although you've got his hands there, for 10 minutes. Take it out and, okay, it's still got a cut through it. Look, it's ripened it for you.
Oh, okay.
So you can have like an unripened avocado. It's just a bit more like bitter in taste. Now that's my feeling that that's what's going to happen to this. We're basically just warming it up. Also, that water didn't look boiling either, did it?
Would it work the same if you blasted it in the microwave?
Well, that's another hack entirely. So, we are filling up the kettle with H2O. I was thinking, oh right, is it going to make this like change the colour of the skin on the outside?
Oh, look how bright that's gone. So you're going to spend 10 minutes rolling it around?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, maybe I'll do 5 minutes and then flip it over.
You're just flipping it over because you're rolling it around.
Yeah, sorry. All right, I think it's been over 10 minutes actually.
I think it has.
We're both addicted to bathing avocados now. Still bright, okay? But it is warm to hold, okay. Let's do the classic one first.
Okay.
This is an avocado tool I've got. Look, okay, nice. Other avocado tools are available. In we go.
I've never used this tool before. Oh, it doesn't feel
It looks mushy.
soft. There's avocado juice coming out of it.
Yeah, I think we've like warmed it up to the point where it's actually turned into a smoothie. Right, let's twist it then. Ooh. Okay, okay. I will say, because it's not as ripe, it is smaller. So doing this tool there. Ooh.
That was easier than I thought.
That is. Look at the colour difference though. That is still slightly lighter, isn't it? That is darker.
I'm wondering though, I think this might have worked because when I've tried to do unripened avocados before, they've been really hard to...
How did you do it before?
out.
Microwave?
No, just done it and thought if I mash it, it will become ripe.
Well, so now I want you to be the avocado masher, okay? That feels
Okay.
firm actually, even just by handling that, okay?
Right. This isn't as soft as it looks.
Imagine if the unripened one is, I mean, it should be softer. So I'm going to look at this with you to just see the difference, but then I want you to pick one and I've got to see if I can taste the difference, all right? So now let's mush this one.
Oh, I can hear the crunch.
Really? It's a
Yeah,
lot
listen.
firmer. Ooh. Don't know if you heard that, but imagine something going...
Okay, let's mash it. Oh,
Is it mashing all right? Oh, that looks easier to mash, but then it is warmed up.
that is soft to mash. Look at the colour difference.
That is crazy. That really is a different... Oh, wow. Oh, right. Okay, mate. Pick one of these and then pass me the fork and I'll see if I can tell the difference.
Oh, wow.
Oh, gosh. Okay, can I open my eyes?
Open your eyes.
The first one was the unripened one, right?
No,
Really?
the first one was that one.
Really?
Yeah. Did it taste different?
Yeah, that tasted better.
Let me taste.
Oh, no. Did you give me the right fork?
No. This tastes better.
No, that's mellow. I like that.
No, I like that one. That's how it should taste.
No, no. That's all like, that's bitter. That's the ripe one.
No, it's not. This isn't bitter.
It is. Honest, that is so bitter. That is so tangy. That is mellow. That is creamy. There is like consistency with it. Don't get me wrong, mate. I want to be on your side here. Wow. That is crazy. This makes a conclusion really hard.
Oh, what? As if it worked or not?
Well, yeah, I mean, it worked because I did not like the taste of it.
No.
We managed to get the avocado out. It's still mashed and chopped, and I personally preferred the taste of it. I think the best conclusion here is that it does sort of work, and maybe try it for yourself. So, what did you say?
Are you serious?
I am serious. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I swear. The forced ripened one was more mellow. All right, next one. Have you ever been in a situation where you want to open a tin can that's got a ring pull on it? Another one that people do struggle with. I get often asked about that. with just a spoon. Check that out. That's
that's clever.
clever, isn't it? And then you've got the spoon to like lift your soup out if you wish.
Nice.
The spoon goes this way, okay? I don't know if that's critical, but I think it's more about the second step, all right?
Yeah.
So we thread it through. Okay, so like that. So that's lifted that bit up already. And then drop that through. Lift it through so it just sort of bites the lip of the can here. So folks, it's right there, all right?
Yeah.
Ready? And then you just pull that back like that. Really press the spoon against the bottom of that thing.
Ah.
Yes, mate. Yes.
That is clever.
That is good, isn't it?
That's a good one. Soup for lunch.
Yeah. So this one is probably the worst one today. Have you ever been in a situation where you want to slice up a watermelon that's already sliced, but you haven't got a knife, but we need a knife to slice it?
What?
Just say yes.
Okay, yes.
Great. This one might be bad. Right, this is it. Look. Watermelon, dental floss, drag it down to the bottom, pull it all the way through. It's almost like cheese wire, isn't it?
It is.
And cut it into wedges, and they should come out like nice, big old triangular watermelon wedges. I bought that, so you're going to need a knife to wedge it.
Yeah, but you can buy watermelon quarters.
Yeah,
Like that.
I didn't have it.
Ah, so yeah, we do need a knife then.
All the other ones, they were lucky to get this one. Like, all the other ones were like really light green. We'll have to start bathing that in boiling water.
Put it in a bucket.
Don't like the sound of this one.
I do.
Do you?
I think it said how to slice it in 20 seconds. I think we should time it.
Whoa. Okay, ooh.
What were you expecting it to look like?
Well, I don't know, unripe avocado, maybe green. We go to South Africa to eat it. Now here we go. Okay, we've created our own little wedges. And this is a true story. The only time I've ever bought dental floss in my life is for kitchen hack videos. Because we had one with a cake, right?
Yeah, we cut a cake with dental floss.
Did that work?
It did work, but it had a bit of a minty taste. Did you buy minty dental floss?
I don't know, I just grabbed it. It was the cheapest one.
Yes. How much do you want?
I don't know, what did you do?
So they sliced it that like under,
They go
and
down.
then they went like that.
Yeah, down and through, before, and then down, 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 down.
Cool, got it.
And
right.
her melon was enormous. 3, 2, 1.
Oh no, mine's not going. I'm cutting my fingers with
It's
the dental floss.
really sharp, isn't it?
Oh,
Right, stay to the rind. Stay to the rind.
I'm in. I'm out. I'm in.
Okay.
This is amazing.
I'm going to judge you on the shape of your triangles. That's sharp. Oh my gosh. Ugh.
Right, I'm done.
Me too.
How long was that?
29 seconds?
Oh,
Ow. Look at that finger.
ouch. You were
That's-
really putting some effort in.
That was tough.
Hang on, you've got half your watermelon left.
No, it fell on the floor.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, yours looks amazing.
I know.
That's incredible.
What happened to yours? Oh, that side's okay, but this side, look. You
Oh
got
yeah.
a bit...
I didn't really want to show that side.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I did really well. Quite nice, actually. And actually, to be fair, we did get it done in like 30 seconds. I don't know about you. The only thing I would say is it did work. It was really fast, but that stuff is strong.
I did feel like I was going to cut through my fingers.
Yeah, but maybe if you like watermelon, it's worth that sacrifice. How did you lose your index finger? All right, final one today. Remember, we've done a whole hack playlist. If you've enjoyed this, check out the rest of them on the channel. It goes on for blooming hours. Grab yourself an unripened avocado. If you've been in a situation where you've corked a wine bottle, so they've intentionally corked it, put a plastic bag through, inflate it, and then they are able to pull it out. Look how he's punctured that down as well. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was going to make a lot of people cry. So it's tightly wrapped together, down, blow air in it, trap the air and pull it out. It's quite good to be able to see two versions of it. So that should grab the cork. And look, it's really pulling it here. Look, it's up to really give that some... Once it's at that stage,
Oh my gosh.
it slides right out, I think, because I don't know if there's a little hack where if you put a wetsuit on, so you do it with a supermarket carrier bag over your leg, it really does it quicker.
What?
Does that, honestly, have you ever put on a wetsuit, put a supermarket carrier bag over your foot, and it gives that like...
Oh, so you just slide
yeah,
through.
it really helps,
But
honestly.
what about the rest of your body?
Well, I don't know, you end up with a supermarket carrier bag on your leg, but no, it generally works. So it's like that in wine bottle form. So we've got to cork this. Oh! Yay!
Okay.
Absolutely soaked.
Oh, you stink of wine.
Hey, that's the dream for you, right?
No, you make it sound like I'm an alcoholic. So then you made the bag into like a tube shape.
Yeah, I guess to fit through there.
Okay.
Maybe.
Push it down.
Yeah, so you want, there we go. We want to get under that cork, so the cork comes up.
There we
go.
go.
Right, are you with us, guys? Right.
Right.
So now we inflate it slightly, yeah?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh no!
I think you pulled the bag.
Oh no!
Are you drinking the wine?
I'm blowing air and it's hitting the wine and bubbling up. Oh, it's because it's bunched up, isn't it? Yeah, let's try another bag. There is no air going in that.
Maybe because it's got twisted. No, because now it
No.
needs to go.
Oh my gosh. I did actually buy a different brand of bag just in case.
Oh, so he doesn't actually fold it.
Oh no, it's just twisted at the bottom, isn't it?
There.
Welcome to our CPR demonstration. It is, I think we need to go a bit lower.
Oh no, my finger's getting stuck.
I need to get another type of bag. I feel like I'm gonna faint. See, there's a lot of bag in there now. I mean, the bag's down there. Right, pushing it right down.
Why is that not working?
That's crazy. I mean, unless there's any air in there.
There's some air in there. Quick!
What?
Doesn't matter, it's working, keep going. Oh gosh, I'm standing back.
Oh my god, it's so slippy. Oh no, I think it's wedged, mate. I need, like, feel how wet that is.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I can hear the air. Oh my god, I'm literally cutting off the blood supply to my finger. Seriously, mate, I don't know if I'm gonna get this. It's completely wedged. Don't even like wine that much. Oh, no, that is progress. That is higher than it was. Oh, it's so painful. It's so painful. How badly do you want this wine? What if we both do it? Sorry. Not being funny, folks, I think we did all the other hacks in the time it's taken us to try and get this out. It's literally been about 40 minutes now. We have got it. Look. Right to there. Oh my gosh, I can actually grab the cork now.
You're so nearly there.
Shall I grab the cork or the bag?
Woohoo!
I never, ever want to do that again. Use a chef's blowtorch on the neck of the bottle, like keep moving it around, it warms it and it pops up. We've done that on a previous hack video. That took a couple of minutes. My fingers hurt so much. Like this, the fair play to the bag though.
Yeah.
There is actually wine in there. Oh, I needed that. Cheers for watching, guys. Check out the Kitchen Hacks playlist if you wish to save hours and hours of these videos, and of course subscribe for more videos. Thank you, Mrs. B. Fancy some wine?
Yes.
I cannot explain how much that hurt.